May 23rd, 2023, and here are my 3 free best bets. Let's get it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video for you where I'm breaking down my favorite plays of the day and just trying to help you guys make some money. Last night, we did finish today 1-2, not the way we wanted to get the week started off. We did hit on our player prop parlay. LeBron got his assists, Michael Porter Jr. got his rebounds, but we did lose on the Braves' first 5. I don't know how. I really thought we had that cashed in when we scored 4 runs in the first inning and we still lose. That's tough. And then the Rangers bullpen blew it on the money line for us against the Pirates. You know, it's also that time of year in baseball where bullpens really have the ability to blow games for you guys, so you definitely want to pay attention to that. So we did finish 1-2 on the day, but it's okay. You can see our day record right here. We're still over 500 in both the NBA and the MLB. Not a problem, because we're going to get back on track today. Hopefully we sweep the board, and as always, please like and subscribe to the channel so this way we can grow together and make some money together. Now let's dive into the first best bet. So for my first best bet of the day, I'm headed over to the NBA hardwood, and it's really hard for me to bet on the sides in these conference finals. I mean, yesterday I would have taken the Lakers, and good thing I did not take them or call it out, because listen, it would have been another disappointing night, another disappointing loss. I've been rocking with the Lakers, been rocking with the Celtics, and it's been really hard to cash it on them. So because of that, I'm going to go with the player prop today, and I'm going to take Jason Tatum over 29.5 points. The best odds I've seen is -108 on Caesars, and this is simply a play where I'm like, listen, I gotta go with my gut on this one. I gotta go with Jason Tatum, the star in this one. It's a closeout game for these guys. Are they about to get swept? I don't know. Now, we saw LeBron last night. His points was easy cash money. Why? Because he was not ready to get swept. And Jason Tatum, if the Celtics are not going to get swept, this is going to be the guy who's going to step up to make sure it happens. He is their best player. He's their star, and we know that he can turn it on at any time. He scored over 30 points in the first 2 games of the series, and his shot attempts in the game 1 was 17. His in game 2 was 20, and game 3, 18. So he's still getting the volume. Now, the biggest thing as to why he did not get his points in game 3 was not only because they were getting blown out and getting clapped, so he got removed from the game, but also he only had 14 points in game 3 because of the free throw disparities. In game 1, he had 11 free throw attempts. In game 2, he had 12 free throw attempts. Game 3, I think he only had 1 or 2 free throw attempts. That's not going to get it done. And I believe that we're going to see something similar in this game to what we saw yesterday, and that's the refs are going to call a lot of fouls. And this is my own sports betting bias. I believe this stuff is a business as much as it is entertainment. It's going to be really hard to justify a sweep here. Why? Because, you know, the NBA is going to make more money the more games that we have. So I don't see us getting 2 sweeps in a row, but I can't ride with the Celtics on the money line. But at the very least, I know Tatum's going to be aggressive. The refs are going to call fouls to try to keep them in the game, in my opinion. So I think he's going to be able to get those double-digit free throw attempts, which is going to be able to help out with his points total. So give me Jason Tatum over 29.5 points. The volume should be there. The aggressiveness should be there. The Celtics don't want to get swept here. So because of that, Jason Tatum is going to be the one that's going to really help them get that done. For my second best bet of the day, I'm staying in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm going with Bam Adebayo over 27.5 points and rebounds. The best odds I've seen is -110 on DraftKings. And listen, Bam has been absolutely incredible in this series. He's been really one of the main reasons why the Heat have been able to win the first 3 games in the way that they have. He's been a catalyst on both the offense and defensive end. Yeah, the role players have been stepping up as well, but Bam has really been able to complement Jimmy and really help him out there. And this is a total here that I really am confident in, because Bam has gone over it in every single game that he's played the Celtics during the regular season, except for one where he landed on 27, so we would have hooked there, but he cleared the other total 4 of the 5 times. And then he also has gone over this total in the first 2 games of this series. In game 1, he had 20 points and 8 rebounds. In game 2, 22 points, 17 rebounds. And we missed on game 3 where he only had 13 points and 3 rebounds. But the biggest reason why is not only because it was a blowout, but he also only played 25 minutes in that game. I expect this game to be a lot closer today, and Bam to be able to get the minutes. He's going to be on the floor. And then also, if you haven't been paying attention, the Celtics coach, he's been going doing a lot of small ball. Like, he started Robert Williams, but he hasn't really been playing that much. So because of it, and Al Horford's one of those guys who stays kind of on the three-point line and perimeter. So because of that, I really like the fact that Bam has been able to control the paint down low. He's been dominant over there. He's been shooting the mid-range well. So he should be able to get the volume on his shot attempts, where he shot it 17 times in game 2, 13 times in game 1, and he only shot it 5 times in game 3. So I expect him to look at this box score there and say, you know, I got to be a little bit more aggressive. So I expect him to be able to grab the boards to go along and complement the scoring. So give me Bam over 27.5 points and rebounds as my second best bet of the day. Now for my third and final best bet, I'm going to head over to the baseball diamond. I'm going with a 2-team steamer on this one. Money line parlay. We're going to take the Braves on the money line, and we're going to parlay that with the Padres on the money line. That should get us to about plus 147 odds there. So really great value. So now in the first matchup, we have the Padres, and they're facing the Nationals. And I think this is just a clear pitching mismatch here. We have Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres, and he's going against Mackenzie Gore for the Nats. Now, Darvish hasn't necessarily been one of, like, you know, the ace that we're used to seeing him be. He's not throwing that filthy and dominant stuff like we're typically accustomed to at the start of the year, but I do think this is a great opportunity for the Padres to be able to win a game here. Now, let's be honest. The Padres are underwhelming right now. They have not lived up to the expectations of that star-studded roster that they've had from both the pitching staff and the hitters. But I believe this is one of the best opportunities that the Padres have to turn it around, because the Padres have been hitting left-handed pitchers well, and this is a good opportunity for them to exploit a left-handed pitcher in Mackenzie Gore. Now, Mackenzie Gore, we saw him in his last start against the Marlins, another team that hits left-handed pitchers well, and another team that has not been that good on offense, and they were able to get to him for 4 earned runs and a home run, in which was a 4-3 loss for them. Another thing that I paid attention to is that the Nationals have lost 4 games in a row where Gore has started, and it also doesn't help that their bats have gone cold against right-handed pitchers during this month of May. So all those factors combined, I really like the Padres in this matchup. I think we're getting some value on them because they're on the road. If this was a home game, I could easily see this thing being minus 170, minus 200 on the money line. And another thing that was interesting to note is that the Nationals are top 5 in batting average, but they're right near the bottom 5 in the league in terms of runs per game. They're also in the middle of the pack in terms of slugging percentage and on-base percentage. So that basically tells that these guys are getting on base, but they're not necessarily knocking in the runners or hitting the ball deep and getting a lot of home runs. So that's not something that you really want to see against a pitcher like Darvish. He works his way out of a lot of tough jams. You want to be able to get onto him quickly and score those runners that you get on base. So I think today is going to be the Padres' time to really be able to get to this left-handed pitcher, turn up, and start off this series the right way and get the win. Now, in the second matchup, I have to run it back with the Braves here. I know they burned us yesterday, but I have to go again with them today. Why? Because they're facing Bobby Miller, who's making his MLB debut for the Dodgers. Now, I typically fade rookies who are on the road, especially in their debut. It also doesn't help that he's facing a very potent offense in the Braves. Now, the Braves are sending Spencer Strider to the mound, and he's been one of the best pitchers in the National League so far this year. He's rocking a 4-1 record with a 2.96 ERA. He also has really great control as well, as he's only given up 18 walks this year in over 51 innings, and he's certainly missed a whole lot of bats as well, with 86 strikeouts on the year. Those are the numbers of a pitcher that I want to back. He doesn't give up a lot of free base runners, and he's also striking out guys. Now, let's be honest, the Dodgers offense has been incredibly hot this past month, and we saw them get hot yesterday as they were able to burn us. We still put up 6 runs, and the Dodgers were still able to beat the Braves yesterday, but I don't think they're going to be able to score enough to overcome the runs that Miller is going to give up, especially with Strider on the mound. In AAA ball this year, Miller's had a 5.65 ERA. He has not had many strikeouts. He's walked a lot of batters, and he's also given up 1.3 home runs per 9 innings, which is concerning, especially when you're facing a lineup like the Braves that has Acuna, that has Olsen, guys who can turn up at any time and knock one out of the park. So for me, this is really a fade on the young rookie pitcher here. If you want to look for another angle, if you just don't want to trust the Braves on the money line, you might want to look at the Braves team total over as well, as I do think they'll be able to get to Miller in his rookie debut on the road. And so give me the Braves on the money line, and let's parlay that with the Padres on the money line. 2 teams that should be able to get it done today. Let's rock with that parlay at plus 140 odds or better. Now, here's a bonus pick for you guys. I want to give you guys guys a little extra bonus pick, and I'm going to count it towards my record so you guys can add it in there as well. So here's a best bet number 4 for you guys, and it's a player prop parlay. We cashed on this one yesterday, so I want to run it back today, and I'm going to take Caleb Martin over 10 points, and I'm going to parlay that with Derek White over 2 threes. That gets you about minus 108 odds on depending on where you get it at on your book. And listen, Caleb Martin's been incredible this entire series. He's gone over this total in every single game. He scored 15 points in game 1, 25 points in game 2, and 18 points in game 3. He's also shooting it very well from the three-point line. He has 7 attempts per game, and he's also hit 3 in each game as well. So that's what I really want to see. He's playing 30 plus minutes per game, so he's getting the minutes on the floor, and I think Caleb Martin's been one of those role players that has his confidence right now, so I expect him to be able to just grab 10 points. On the other side, I'm going to take Derek White for the Celtics because he's another role player who's been playing fairly well. He's hit 3 threes in every single game this series. He's playing about 25 minutes per game, so he's getting enough minutes on the floor, and he's also attempted 5 3-pointers per game as well. So we'd like to see that the volume is there. So both of these guys should be able to get the minutes today. The over has already moved from 214 to 216, so that means that a lot of people are expecting the over to hit. The over has hit in all 3 games of the series so far. So because of that, I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. Give me Caleb Martin over in his points and Derek White in 3-pointers. 2 role players that should be able to get it done on a little extra bonus 2-team steamer for you guys. Well, that's it for me, my friends. Hopefully we should be able to cash in today. Want to go 3-0, maybe 4-0 on the day, so this way we can get back to our winning ways. It's been a little rough weekend for me, and it's been a rough few days, but listen, this is our time to rebound. It's our time to get back on track. This is why bankroll management is so important, so this way you guys can stay in the marathon. It's not a sprint. You're not going to make all the money in one day. You want to be able to make it over time, so make sure you guys are staying consistent, managing your bankroll, and if there's anything that I can do to help you out, just feel free to shoot me a message inside the Telegram group. Link is below, so this way we can grow our money together. And as always, dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's get it. Later.